Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
There we go.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He breaks the tackle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. No ball, no ball. There we go.
Staying with Walker. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Blitz coming for Smith. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
There we go, throw it.
A play fake, now Smith to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go.
Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Handoff running left. Walker. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Smith setting the throw. This one's caught. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
On 3rd and goal, Smith. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Get 300. Get 900.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Blitz coming for Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Don't. Back north. Flip again.
Rodgers here from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He fires one deep down the middle. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's the rookie from Auburn. Breaks through, and he might break away. And the Seahawks will take over at the start of the next quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They begin this drive already inside field goal range. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Inside.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He lets a heater go deep. Middle. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take possession and start out at the 6. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success. Those
poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Running with Walker again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Hold on. Here we go. Check 58.
They send the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hey, alert!
Pressure comes. Smith. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Seahawks with a chance to boost their lead. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
There we go,
Walker on 1st down. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with the sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the 1st.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
26.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Check 30.
First down, Rodgers. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working quickly here.
A 6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. He fires one deep down the right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Hey, we're going to the line. Hey, it's a clip. 53, 53. Tell us up.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Jets might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. Escapes the pocket. He's trying another one deep. Brought in inside the 20. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
On the 50.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Conklin brings it in. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First down throw by Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Trying again following the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
88. Get 300. Get flip again.
Pressure comes. Rodgers. Able to hit home. Complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 28. And they pick him off again. Picked up by Julian Love. And the Seahawks have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offensive coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Slot man in motion left. Here's 2nd and 11. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down, Smith to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. Pass taken in by Lockett. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Third and just 2 to go. Motion man sent left. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Connects with Fant. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go.
In motion right is Metcalf. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Second and 13. He's on the move. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They said Metcalf left. Smith on 3rd and long. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Here's Walker running right. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Cut near the goal line. It's a Seattle touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
26. Hey, take 26.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Take 30. Go to 50. Hey, you block back north.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Escapes out to the left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Jump out.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. He throws a bullet to this cut at the 20-yard line. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here.
Hey, 88.
From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers here from the gun. Flush down out to his left. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers on third and goal. Buys time, rolling right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to fourth and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the Jets are going to try a field goal on fourth down, and Greg Zuerlein headed out. Bass's kick is good, and that lowers the gap to 25 points.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. New set of downs for him at the 38. Running left, here's Walker. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Hey, we go, Sherrod. 53. Line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Seahawks coasting to the finish line. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
slow. Ours.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep. It's complete! Oh my, they left him wide open downfield. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blitz coming for Rodgers. To the sideline, and Adams snags it. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Check 30. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Here's Rodgers on first and 10. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So second down coming up.
Next one. Go to 50. 319.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Adams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, Rodgers. Cut near the goal line. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. Point after converted by Zuerlein. And the Jets will trail by 25. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
A give up the gut to Walker. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Indy. Hey, go flip her up. Look.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Cut by Lockett. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. From the gun, Smith. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
First down throw by Rodgers. Hits his tight end on the corner route. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face second down.
26. Hey, check 26. Teammate. Check 30.
Rodgers to throw. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Again, Rodgers. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
This one intended for the running back. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's...
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets putting up points in a game decided. Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets make it an 18-point game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Seahawks get a hold of the kick. That should just about do it for this game. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Middle. Tuesday.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
No. Hey, 88. Look at that.
Rodgers will look to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Seahawks keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. I think we were all expecting to see the kicker there, but up big, they're still adding on with a 2-point conversion.
I think most of us, certainly the purists, would love to see the kicker there. Don't run up the score. But look, in the end, it's also on the other side, too. Stop them from scoring. Don't even let them put the 2-point conversion out. Keep them out of the end zone. You got a little responsibility to have some pride on that side as well.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we say so long from New York.